Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and very good morning to all of you. Here I am your science teacher Ms. Farah Anwar from Ismailia Youth Service School, Mohammedi Girls School. Before starting the class, there are some very important instructions for you. Be attentive and listen carefully. Feed your ID and password properly. Your attendance is mandatory. Okay, beta? Students, last week we have started our first unit, the brain and the nervous. Before moving forward to the new topic of this unit, let's revise the main topic of the previous class. The objectives of this unit is the brain, nerves, and sense organs form the nervous system. The nervous system controls all action and movement. The brain has three main parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. The brain has three main parts: cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. If any students missed their class, so recap of this class. Where is the brain located? The brain located inside the head. The brain located inside the head. The brain protected by a skull. The head bone is called a skull. And how the brain looks like? The brain looks like walnut. The brain looks like walnut. How does brain feel? When we touch brain, we feel very soft and squishy. And how does the brain made? The brain made by the nerve cells, that is called the neurons. That is called the neurons. And the three main parts of the brain is cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. The three parts of the brain is cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla. Parts of the brain. Number one, cerebrum. Cerebrum control the voluntary actions. All the voluntary action that is control ourselves, that is called the cerebrum. Just like that, reading, writing, decision making, and the singing, hearing, that all are the control by the cerebrum. Number two, cerebellum. It's also control the voluntary action, but these type of the action, there are the muscles and the joints are involved. That is called the cerebellum. This part of the brain controls the muscles, joints, and balance. We can walk, we can run, we can dance with the help of the cerebellum. The third part of the brain, medulla. It is also called the brain stem. It's control involuntary action. Involuntary action means they're doing their work automatically. We can't control them. हम इसको control नहीं कर सकते. ये automatically action करते हैं. Just like heart beating, respiration, blinking of eyes. Kinds of nerve. There are the two types of the nerves. One is sensory nerves, second is motor nerves. But before the explaining these type of the nerves, what is the nerves? The nerves are made up of the nerve cells. They work like a telephone wire. They link every part of the body to the central control system, brain. नर्व्स क्या होती हैं बेटा? ये बिल्कुल टेलीफोन वायर की तरह होती हैं जो हमारी बॉडी में मैसेजेस को कन्वे करती हैं. ये एक दूसरे के साथ लिंक करती हैं और नर्व सेल्स से मिलकर बनती हैं। There are the two types of the nerves. One is the sensory nerve, the second is the motor nerve. The sensory nerves carry signals from the sense organs to the brain or the spinal cord. The sense organs. We have the five sense organs, you know all very well. Hearing, touching, listening, taste. These all are the senses, and they have the different type of the organs, and that is called the sense organ. So the sensory nerves carry signals from the sense organ to brain or the spinal cord. These in turn tell the sense organ what they have seen, heard, smelled, tasted or felt. Okay beta? So, the carry signal from the sense organ to the brain or the spinal cord. The motor nerves. The motor nerves set signal from the brain or the spinal cord to the muscles or glands. These signals make muscles move. हम भाग सकते हैं, हम दौड़ सकते हैं, हम डांस कर सकते हैं with the help of the motor nerves. Motor nerves सिग्नल्स देती है हमारी ब्रेन को, या ब्रेन से सिग्नल्स हमें मिलता है हमारे मसल्स एंड ग्लैंड्स को कि हमें कौन सी मूवमेंट करनी है, हमें क्या करना है. ओके, सो व्हाट इज द नर्वस सिस्टम? द ब्रेन, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड एंड द नर्व्स फॉर्म अ वेरी एफिशिएंट कम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क. दिस नेटवर्क इज नोन एज अ नर्वस सिस्टम. इस कंट्रोल all action and movement. Okay, look at this picture. These all are called, these all related to the reflex action. जब भी आप आग के करीब अपना हाथ लेके जाएं या किसी भी गर्म चीज के ऊपर आपका हाथ लगता है तो फौरन से पहले आप हटा लेते हैं हाथ को, या कोई भी नुकीली चीज आपके पाँव में चुभती है तो आप फौरन पैर को पीछे हटा लेते हैं. These all type of the action is called the reflex action. So the definition of the reflex action is, reflex action is involuntary, automatically and nearly instantaneous response to the change in surrounding that we do not think about. वो action जो कि involuntary होता है, means कि automatic होता है और फौरन क्विक होता है, इंस्टेंट होता है, जो रिस्पॉन्स करता है और वो हमारे सराउंडिंग में चेंजिंग से हमें एक्ट करने में मदद करता है, और हम इसके बारे में पहले से नहीं सोचते कि हमें अपने हाथ हटाना है या पैर हटाना है, लेकिन ये खुद ब खुद हो जाता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन. ओके, these are controlled by the spinal cord. These all controlled by the spinal cord. Today topic is sense organ. We have 5 senses. One sight, second hearing, the third is sense, fourth is touch, and fifth is smell. Okay, the fifth is smell. The sense organ. What are the sense organ? We can see with the help of eyes. We can hear with the help of ear. We can taste with the help of tongue. We touch anything with the help of skin. We smell with the help of nose. Number 1 sense organ is the eye. The eye are set in socket in the skull. The eyes are set in socket. Socket means hole. Socket means hole. कोई भी एक सुराख, इसको socket कहते हैं. The eyes are set. Eyes set होती है skull यानी कि head bone के अंदर, hole के अंदर eyes set होती है. This is the location of the eye. They are protected by the bone in the skull and eyelid of the skin. ये protect होती है bone से और skull से and eyelid से. Internal structure of the eye. first is iris. The color part of the eye is iris. Number 2 part is pupil. The pupil is the hole in the center of the iris. The cornea. The cornea is the transparent front part of the eye that covered the iris, pupil and its inner part. The fourth is retina. The lens focuses the picture on the screen called the retina. And the last is the optic nerve. The optic nerve carries the message to the brain. When you see the eye, in the color part, in the black part is called the iris. And in this black part, you can see the one hole in the center that is called the pupil. And the light entered the eye in this part. And the cornea. The cornea is the transparent front part of the eye. जो transparent part हमारी eye का नजर आता है वो iris कहलाता है. And the retina, the lens focus the picture on the screen. जब हमारे eyes का lens focus करता है picture को तो वो screen पे आता है, that is called the retina. और जो मैसेज ब्रेन को मिलता है कि हम क्या चीज देख रहे हैं किस नर्व के जरिए मिलता है, that is called the optic nerve. The optic nerve carries the message to the brain. We can observe the internal and the external structure of the eye. We can see the iris, pupil. Okay, beta? You can see the retina and the iris, pupil, cornea, retina, optic nerve. In this slide, you can see the internal structure of the eye and external structure of the eye. You can see very clearly the retina, cornea, pupil, iris. Okay. Now, the second part of the sense organ, the nose. Nose is the sense organ which is used in breathing. It is also the part of the respiratory system. There are the tiny hairs like structure inside our nose which are called nostril. हमारे nose के अंदर एक बिल्कुल छोटे छोटे hairs like structure होते हैं जो कि nostril कहलाते हैं. And what is the function of the nostril? The chemical present in the air that are dissolved on the moist lining of the nostril. This is how the nose detect the smell. जो nostril होते हैं, जब air में मौजूद chemicals होते हैं वो nostril की lining में absorb होते हैं, फिर nose उनको detect करती है कि हम क्या चीज़ सूंघ रहे हैं. It is a good smell, it is a bad smell. Okay? This is the internal structure of the tongue. There are the taste buds present in the surface of the tongue. Taste buds are sensory organs that allow to experience the 5 types of the elementary taste. We have the 5 elementary taste: sweet, bitter, salty, sour and umami. You hear the new word umami. We have the taste bud in our tongue that is called that define the different types of the taste: sweet, salty, bitter and umami. Taste buds have the very sensitive microscopic hairs called the microvilli. Those tiny hairs send the messages to the brain about what something tastes. So we know if it is sweet, sour, bitter or salty or umami. Okay? You can see on the screen the different type of the taste: sweet, salty, sour, bitter. If you observe your tongue, the pink part is sweet, here is the salt, sour and bitter. And in the middle, you can see that here are the taste buds that tell us about the taste of umami. Okay? It is a different taste. चटपटा जो खाना खाते हैं हम वो हमारे टेस्ट बर्ड्स उमामी हमें बताते हैं, बिल्कुल चटपटे से मज़ेदार सा जो हम खाना खाते हैं वो हमारे सेंटर, बिल्कुल ज़बान के अंदर जो बिल्कुल सेंटर में जगह होती है, यहाँ पर टेस्ट बर्ड्स होते हैं उमामी के, और ये हमें बताते हैं कि ये खाना चटपटा है, थोड़ा तीखा है, मज़े का है। सो यहाँ पे टेस्ट बर्ड्स होते हैं, और ये डिफरेंट टाइप के जो टेस्ट बर्ड्स आपको लाइटिंग करते हुए नज़र आ रहे हैं, ये हमारी टंग में मौजूद डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ द टेस्ट बता रहे हैं। Okay, this organ is meant for hearing sound. This is called the ear. It is also consists of the different inner parts. If we hear the different sound, you can see the internal structure of the ear, the outer ear, middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear direct sound to the thin membrane that is called the eardrum. You can see that here is the eardrum. Here the sound detects and goes to the brain. The sound vibration pass on the inner ear where the nerves carry messages to the brain. You can see that here the sound passes through the vibration. The eardrum passes the nerve cells and goes to the message to the brain, and we can able to hear any type of the different sound. Okay, the outer ear, middle ear. Here the D is the middle ear, and here is the E present in the eardrum, and the nerve carry the messages to the brain. The skin. Skin enable us to feel heat, cold, pain, pressure, and touch. Skin have the different type of the receptor. The thousands of the receptor cells मौजूद होते हैं जो कि हमें बताते हैं कि चीज़ें गर्म हैं, ठंडी हैं, या हमें उसे दर्द हो रहा है या प्रेशर महसूस हो रहा है. This is called the receptor. Okay? These receptors send information to the brain about the things we touch. ये receptor हमें information देते हैं कि ये चीज़ें touch करने पे महसूस होती हैं कि ये क्या है. You can see the different layers of the skin. You can see that, yes students, you can see that the picture of the skin. It have the different type of the skin. Okay. We can observe that epidermis, dermis. Look at very close to the picture. Yes. Here are the some hair present in outer surface. The dermis layer below the epidermis. Epidermis top layer of the skin, and the fat layers are present. You can see that the fat layers in the present. Okay beta. Now neuroscientist. It is a challenging part of your chapter, the neuroscientist, and this question is present in page number 10. The conduct a mini research project to find out about the neuroscience. But first, you should know about the who is the neuroscientist and what is the neuroscience. The scientific study of the nervous system is called as neuroscience. A person who study about the neuroscience is known as the neuroscientist. न्यूरोसाइंटिस्ट कौन कहलाते हैं? जो कि न्यूरोसाइंस की स्टडी करते हैं, और नर्वस सिस्टम की स्टडी जो साइंटिफिक स्टडी जो करते हैं वो न्यूरोसाइंस ब्रांच कहलाती है साइंस की. ओके. आपका ये टास्क है जो कि चैलेंजिंग टास्क है कि मेक अ लिस्ट ऑफ द 3 न्यूरोसाइंटिस्ट विद देयर अकम्प्लिशमेंट. With the help of the internet, you can do this activity. Homework. Instruction to follow. You make sure instruction to follow. Science copy must be interleaved and has 250 pages. आपकी कॉपी इंटरलेक्स होना चाहिए और 250 पेजेस की होनी चाहिए. Immerse your copy in transparent sheet. Make a face sheet with black pointer. Face sheet में क्या आपको लिखना होता है? 5 क्लास के स्टूडेंट्स को पता है कि फर्स्ट यू शुड राइट डाउन योर नेम, योर फादर नेम, क्लास, section, roll number, subject teacher and class teacher. On second page, make a title page of the first term, May to November. On third page, make a title page of the unit number 1 and write all questions with the black pointer and all answer with the help of the blue ink pen. आपको क्वेश्चंस ब्लैक पॉइंटर से लिखने हैं और आंसर आपको ब्लू इंक पेन से लिखने हैं. मेन हेडिंग शुड बी विद द ब्लैक कट मार्कर and subheading with the help of the blue marker. Do all the work in print writing. Follow the print writing and in the center of the line. And what is your homework? Independent work. आपको जो खुद करना है, first you read the lesson. Do question number 1. Choose the correct answer, page number 8. Question number 2. Column matching, page number 8. Fill in the blanks, page number 8 and 9. Color the 3 areas and label the brain diagram. This is present on the page number 9. Copy work. The short question answer is question number 1. How does the nose detect smell? Answer on page number 6. How do we able to hear? Answer on page number 8. Question number 3. Define these terms: nostril, receptor, test bud, retina and iris. Descriptive question answer. Explain internal structure of eye. Explain internal structure of eye. Question number 2. Write a note on these sense organs: the tongue and the skin. These all answer present in your book. Activity based. Make a fact file on brain. Number 2. Make a mind map on brain, at least 12 points. Okay, at least 12 points होनी चाहिए mind map में. And what is the fact file? Fact file, there are the 6 points you should do. First point, location, protected by, made by, parts, and neuroscientist. So you should make the fact file with the help of these guidelines. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz. Take care.